Wiki!
Gregory Matthias Bassett III. Hello, chap.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. I've had 2 cups of coffee today. I am very percolated.
Huh. Well, funny you should say that. I know I should be calling somebody else, but last time was so much fun, I was wondering if you wanted to hop in a cool car and get some more coffee.
Oh, diggity dog! I love me some coffee. Let's do it.
Be there in a minute.
Hop on in there, good buddy.
Oh,
How do you like this sweet ride?
This ain't too shabby here, Gregory.
It's time to order.
Yay! Hello, we're Clergy. So, Greg, you must have a list of questions for me that you're just very curious about. So, I'll answer your questions.
You know, if I was so inclined to let you drive, this would be a perfect time to do that.
So, you're telling me there's a chance?
All right, you're living the dream. Is it everything you hoped for?
This is like Christmas times 2, but even more presents.
It is, isn't it?
Greg, I'm gonna burn some rubber. I'm gonna make them bark. Let me hear you. Oh, that is hard to shoot.
Okay. This old lady's gotten stiff in the joints.
Are you saying that we're getting almost off? Are you saying we're getting older, Greg?
I was actually talking about the car.
Because when I get out of bed in the mornings, I feel a little bit more less inclined to walk quickly.
Yeah, have you found that even though on the inside you feel like you're still 20, on the outside weird things make you sore for no reason?
Yeah, like I'll have random things pop out of joint, and I'll have all these random aches and pains that like plague me throughout the day. I never had that when I was in my roaring 20s.
Right, and I didn't either, and I haven't even put a machete into my leg, so...
That's true.
So, what have you liked about having me here that you no longer have to do, because now I have to?
Am I allowed to name students by name?
Of course.
No, Gregory, I can't. But there are a few students that, it is nice. I won't answer that. But I will say, I'm really glad that you're a techie, because I know nothing about media booth and making things sound good, and you're like a guru at that. So I always cringed a little bit because I knew nothing. So I'm so glad you know that. And you're going to train up a legion of generational techies.
When we're all allowed to leave our houses again.
Correct.
Right, yeah.
You know one thing you haven't been able to figure out yet?
What?
How to turn on this daggum air!
For real! I think it might literally just not work.
Oh. Well, Greg, we don't have much gas left, so we should probably go back towards civilization.
I guess. But then we have to give up the Porsche. Porsche. That sounds like a fluffy dog.
A Porsche?
Yeah, it sounds like the kind of dog like some woman in high heels would carry around in her person.
So, I do have one last question.
Oh, I love last questions.
If you could describe teenagers today versus teenager 15 years ago, which is, you and I have both been in that world for 15 years, what would you say would be some of the craziest differences? And you can't use the phone. You X that out. Can't use the phone.
Fair enough. It really is like a game changer in culture. But I would say teenager 2.0 in our little window of history is more open. There are more topics they will talk to you about, whether or not you're ready for that level of openness.
Do they talk to their parents about those topics?
Oh, never.
Because mom and dad don't know, right?
Right.
How could they know? They weren't ever a teenager.
Exactly.
Crazy.
I would also say that, I don't know. To me, this sounds like a cop-out. To me, the teenager of today is eerily similar to the teenager of 15 years ago, but the culture that they're surviving is what is wildly different.
Ooh, that's good. That's real good.
And I honestly think some of our students now, and you can pick either of my recent churches, are handling teenagerhood better than I ever did.
Truth. I was a train wreck of a teenager.
But there is one here who's totally failing it worse than I did, and I'll let you guys figure it out on your own.